All right, guys, I'm at the Idaho Transportation Department. Today is August 24th. It's a nice day today, about 70-something degrees. I don't know what time it is. I started recording here. Let me check out and see what time it is real quick. Sorry about that. 333. Uh-oh. One of them numbers, man. Spooky numbers. All right. So I was going by, I saw this big antenna, and so I decided to stop and do an audit here, peacefully exercise my right to videotape in a public place. And I intend to go inside and find out what that antenna is. I've never seen an antenna like that. And I don't know what it has to do with transportation. So see if we can find this stuff out. If we don't get bombarded in some sort of a drama. Yeah, so let's see what happens here. Enjoy the video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Trying to hit 10,000 would be a pretty cool thing if I could get up to 10,000 subscribers. So keep that in mind. Now that guy said I could park where I parked, and then he just kind of waited around and watched me, and this guy just drove by. I don't know what his deal is. I was riding around, and there's some really beautiful buildings and stuff around here. Newer stuff. Anybody like stones? Anybody heard of Göbekli Tepe? Shout out to Uncharted X. Anybody that wants to learn about real history, not fake history, check out Uncharted X. This actually looks like a place where somebody sits, and enjoys a little pond here. If they're looking out their windows here, they may think what I'm doing is suspicious, because the world needs to be on their medication. Especially the United States is very paranoid. The police are very paranoid, and then they accuse you of being paranoid because they're paranoid. It's the crazy thing. Yeah. So here's a path, and since I have a camera in my hand, I'm probably already being viewed as the enemy here. And how does this happen to a society? Do you think the North Koreans have a problem with not being able to videotape their government? No, they'll turn you in. If they see you videotaping the government, they'll turn you in. And this is what it's becoming like here. Well, the building's open. I've never been in here. I don't know what to expect here. There's a sign that says all visitors must sign in. It doesn't have any kind of a code on it, so let's see what happens. Oh, I don't need any help. Thank you.
You don't need any help?
No, ma'am.
Are you sure?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Right, so we had a fatality at work zone last year, project. And right, they immediately wanna know what the traffic control is out there and what the traffic control plan, right? And I'm on board with, us being more dynamic with items and hopefully.
Yeah, I just seen him outside, you were just walking around, filming. Now you stand right there down in the lobby. They found that block the other day.
But I think if you have any ideas to help us, I don't know if that's something we can do initially with our traffic control plans ourselves and have some flexibility, but still, be enough in there, but I think that would help us,
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, some sort of meeting. The lady there to ask me if I need any help, she walked through and around and told them I was filming, and they don't seem to have a problem with it, which is what we want. So they're all remaining calm,
And they probably don't ever ask for your inspector logs or anything like that.
and everything looks hunky-dory. I'm gonna eventually try to ask her about about this place here. Atlas Trail Project. Some historical stuff here. Wouldn't that be nice if this went off without a incident? Feeling really nervous right now. Heart racing. An 8-ball on top of that old prospect. What do you call that? Not prospecting, but when you I'm dumb right now. I forget the name of that trade. Some pamphlets here. Motorcycle, Idaho. Grab one of these, sure. Well, they got highway maps here. And I'm gonna get one of them. Somehow they got some Utah, Montana stuff in here too, so. Yeah, you want a free Idaho highway map, it's right down here at the transportation department. You don't see those anymore with this Google Maps and all that. permit. Your rights under Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. This is interesting. This is right up our alley, isn't it? Alright, so the lady that asked me if I wanted help is gone. Oh, I got a button here. So, you see there's no signs here. See if the door's open or not. Oh, she locked it. Maybe. We'll come back here and see if that's open to the public later, because there's no signs. There's just a locked door. So basically you walk in here and obviously they've been educated, well, I say educated, they've been trained to not engage with anyone with a camera and to lock the doors. I'm basically locked out. So they have a sign here that says you have to sign this paper right here. Okay. And if you don't follow their rules, I don't think you're gonna have access to this building. I mean, you have access to this lobby right here. And that's it. That's how they've got it. That's how they're dealing with people who want to keep an eye on the government. They just lock you out. So now you have to go through the court process of trying to get access to your building. It's 30. Yeah, it's the way it's going on. It's a full-fledged war against the Constitution and against the people, we the people. And everybody better wake up to it. I'll see if I get any service here and ask what that antenna is. I'm real curious about that. I'm having a focus problem with this camera. I don't know. Hi, how are you doing? Yeah, can I get your name, please?
My name is Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie. My name's Jay. I'm just...
What was your name?
Jay?
Jay?
Yes, ma'am. So I was actually just riding by and saw the antenna. Do you know the big antenna in the back? Are you familiar with that in the parking lot right behind this building?
I know it's, yeah, I've seen
Do you know what that's for?
I'm not sure. I could ask our facilities manager to come.
I'm just curious. I was wondering what that's for. And I also wanted to know, what sort of things do you do here at the transportation department?
Me personally?
Well, I mean, no, the transportation department itself.
Are you looking to sign out?
Yes.
There you go.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Of course, have a good day.
I'm a dummy. I apologize. I don't know what sort of things you guys handle. I know they got the DMV.
So this building handles the highway maintenance, and the building, the design and construct of the highway and the maintenance and operation of the highways for state highways.
Okay.
So that's what we handle here.
All
The
right.
the DMV is actually part of the transportation department, but it is a different location than out of here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, you guys maintain the highways too,
Correct.
right? And that's what all your equipment back there is for.
Yes, for
Okay.
District 1.
And then, So you don't know what the antenna's for?
The antenna.
Do you guys use it? I
specifically-
mean, is that like a radio antenna or something?
Again, I am not sure. I don't even know if it's operational. I can get a hold of our facilities
Yeah, it's not that
manager.
important, but I am curious about it.
I could see if he's available if you'd like.
All right, appreciate that. Thank you.
Would you like that?
Yes, ma'am. What's his name?
His name is Christopher.
Christopher? Yeah. All right, I feel kind of bad because I'm asking them to do something that's not really a part of their job. And she's being really nice. I can't believe it. I thought she was gonna be kind of nasty and resentful, but she's being real cool. And so far so good with the Idaho transportation, except for this, and I'm gonna ask her about these two, about access to back here and why they have it locked up. Maybe one of them situations that's passive aggressive things where they make you wait for 30 minutes make you think you're waiting for something. So I'm just gonna go ahead and mosey around. I wanna know why these doors are locked and what else they have back there. They should have a sign.
So I wasn't able to get a hold of him. If you want to leave your name and your phone number, I can ask him to give you a call. If you want to come in another time,
Yeah,
you're welcome
it's
to.
not that important. I did have a few more questions if you have some time. I'd like to know about do you guys plan to go back to the mask mandate?
I have not heard anything like
You
that.
haven't heard, because it's been in the news lately.
Oh.
Several states are returning to the mask mandate.
Okay, I can find out. I don't know really if I'm not real.
Are you gonna wear your mask if they tell you to?
Me personally,
Yeah.
I don't think that is important that you need to know.
Okay,
that
I mean,
about
yeah, you don't
that.
have to answer. I'm just wondering how you feel about it.
Do you need to
Sound-
sign out?
I never signed in,
Oh, okay.
so. I
Oh, you're
snuck
part
in
of the
back
training
door.
upstairs? Were you part of that?
Yeah, I was, yeah,
All right, well, you have a good day.
thank you,
Of course.
you too.
So that's another question I had. What's going on here? Why can't I go through that door?
So this was all in place prior to me starting here. I couldn't tell you. I think it's a safety measure, but I don't have the right answers. I can,
Is the public allowed back there?
if they're signing in to have a visit with someone, then yes.
Okay, so if they don't sign in, you won't let them through there? Like I can't just go in there and take pictures?
And not that I'm sure of. I could ask. I'm newer in the position, so I could find out for you.
Yeah, I'm real curious about that, because if that's a public area, I'd like to go to enjoy the area if it's open to the public.
Okay, I'll find out for you.
Thank you. And I also wanted to ask her what kind of meeting they had going on there. Of course, that's not my business, I don't think, but just in case you guys want to know. Try to collect as much information as I can in this situation.
Can I help you, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm trying to find out if this is a secured area back here.
Yes, it is. Employees only, over by
Okay.
appointment.
Okay, is there any reason why it's not, there's no signage?
You have to have an appointment to come visit anybody beyond that door.
Is that a law?
That is a policy,
Okay, can you show me that policy or give me a copy of it?
not at this time.
Why not?
Because we have had to institute this because of people trying to penetrate the building and invade people's workspaces.
Okay, so you realize that we, the people, are the public and that this is our building, right?
Would you like an appointment to talk to someone about a transportation project?
No,
Or
I'm
need-
trying to collect some content to show the public about their public facilities. And I'm not being allowed to go, and it's not a restricted area, or it would be marked as restricted area.
This is a secure
I have a-
facility for a work environment. If you
Oh,
have
I
a
didn't see that.
transportation,
Okay, so they have a little thing there that I didn't see, guys, so I may be wrong about this one. I'm just, don't be hostile, but I'm just asking
no,
questions.
we've had people come into our facilities, try to penetrate secured areas that are for employees only. That is a safety issue for our employees. All this system has been installed in the last couple of years because people who want to do content, don't respect people's workplaces or make them feel uncomfortable. If you have a transportation question, we're happy to address that, but this is a work area.
For you to call back.
So I don't know the law in specifics. I have a pretty large following that knows the law better than me. So I'll have them comment as far as that. I may return, maybe not. But it's supposed to be marked as this is a secured area.
As you walk around the perimeter of this facility, you will see signs everywhere that say ITD personnel only.
Right, yeah, and I
Okay.
didn't go in those areas, but this doesn't have one of those.
Doesn't need to be
Just-
because this is where we bring people into the office who have an appointment with the Idaho Transportation Department for transportation related issues,
Right.
okay?
So basically, you're at war with the Constitution. This is
No,
your,
sir, that's not the case at all.
then why
This
can't,
is for the physical security of personnel working here and our guests. If you would like to schedule an appointment to talk about a specific issue, I'll take you back there.
well, I'd like to talk about the issue of the First Amendment. And
Yeah,
why,
talk away. This is your First Amendment opportunity then. Tell me about it.
well, I'd like to know why you are denying my First Amendment right to film past that door.
Because this, again,
Have a good
is a
day.
secure area for folks
This
who have an
guy's an idiot.
appointment or a project or a safety question about transportation.
All right. So how do I keep an eye on my government if my government keeps locking me out?
Okay.
Can I get your name?
No, sir, at this point, I'm gonna refer you, I will consult with our public information officer and legal. You're not the first person to come in here and try to,
Exercise their rights?
well, no, not exercise your rights.
That's what I'm doing.
Could you poke your head out?
No,
the
what
door?
you're trying to do is try to get in and see if we're, whatever's
Breaking the
going on.
law.
Yeah, that's it, breaking the law.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And not,
Would
and
you be
if,
courteous?
and
So you're being antagonistic to our reception
I'm being
folks?
antagonistic?
Well, she is uncomfortable with the line of questioning.
Okay,
She's
yeah.
not
Is that
prepared
gonna
to
be your
answer
narrative
me.
that I came in here and was being,
Thank you for your time, sir.
could I get your name?
No, sir.
Aren't you required
We've
by your
had this-
policy to give your name?
No, no.
No?
We'll
back.
refer
What's your
this-
position here?
Thank you.
Is it all right if I come back here?
No, you don't have an appointment. You have no need to be back here.
Okay. All right, guys, there's a woman's restroom in there, so I can't use the bathroom. I'm not a woman, but there's probably a men's restroom back there. And their narrative is gonna be on being antagonistic. So the Constitution antagonizes the government. You see how that works? And I mean, if it wasn't for the camera, if they get this camera, there's no way I can prove that they were I mean, she was being sweet, but then she turns around and tells him that I'm being antagonistic. You mean, you tell me. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that the law means if it's locked and it's got one of those, that means it's a secured area. So you are allowed to come here into this little lobby and see some of these things and get these pamphlets, but you aren't allowed to go back there. He seemed to be very hostile towards what I'm doing, and it didn't seem to, give much about what I'm doing. So they're probably going to try to come up with a narrative about me being antagonistic. And,
Thank you.
Derek, good seeing you.
Yeah, this has one too. It's got one of these deals. So you have to have a card to be able to get past this point. So you guys tell me, I think this might be legit. I mean, this might be the way that they have to do it. So leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It means a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and take some more video around the outside and get a shot of that antenna I've been talking about. All right. Let me get a phone number for this place, just in case anyone out there wants to address their grievances. I don't know who these people are. He wouldn't identify himself. I wasn't trying to be antagonistic. If I was, then you guys be the judge. But I really was trying to be polite. All right, let's take a look around the outside of the building, guys. So, at least they didn't lock this door. They got a way to keep the cameras out of the building. So who knows what sort of nefarious things go on back there. You just have to trust your government. They're not giving you any choice here. So evidently they've been visited by a First Amendment auditor, and they've already got an attitude about the First Amendment, that the only people that can undo it's going to be the cops. I mean, that's the bottom line. The police here in Coeur d'Alene, the police chief Lee White, is at war against our Constitution. The good thing is that they still have to pretend that they're not. Now, a lot of these lower guys, they don't realize that they're being used by tyrants and that they're being trained wrong. They just don't know it. And so they follow the rules or the policy, and they just they can't think for themselves, and they just figure that the policies and the rules are constitutional. All right, guys, here's that antenna I was talking about. Anybody know what this antenna's for? Please leave a comment. I mean, I never seen anything like it. It looks like a big drum. Like they talk to aliens or something. I don't know. Check it out, guys. Is that like a 4G? What is it? Yeah, so the police have, Lee White is telling the police to train the public to tell them to not mention a camera, just say if the person's being antagonistic. And that's how they're going to war against the First Amendment. It's all narrative. They won't say that you're being asked to leave because you're filming or because you have a camera. They're going to say that you're being antagonistic. And anybody know why my camera keeps coming out of focus and back in? It's an iPhone. Maybe it's in the settings. I'll figure that out. I apologize for it. This hasn't happened before. And I'm about to wrap this up, guys. I mean, you let me know what you think. Fail, pass, what? I don't know. These guys are, they've taken over the building, you know? The Stasi has taken over this building, and because they're afraid of a camera, they've closed it down. And they'll make up lies about how they were antagonized and their lives were threatened, and I mean, hopefully you guys are learning something from this channel as far as how they lie and exaggerate and how the police are training the public the wrong way. They're not training them to be tolerant of the Constitution and our rights. But at least they know I have a right to film in that little lobby, and I wasn't accosted. Now, whether they called the cops, they never said they did, so that's why I'm leaving. And I'd say it's I don't know, because they didn't have a secured area sign, but they did have those little things. So it was definitely looked like a secured area. Whether it's supposed to be a secured area, I guess that has to be legislated out, you know. Let's take a look and see what kind of equipment we got back here. I see mostly just cars. I don't see any tractors or anything that you would need to fix a highway. There's a port of entry. Car with a port of entry on the side. And although I do know what the transportation department does, I'm just trying to get some information and see their spiel, see how they treat the public. But I am not familiar with the port of entry, so I'm gonna have to study up on that. That sounds very interesting. Pardon me?
Are you live streaming to YouTube?
I can't say whether I am or not, bud.
I'd love to see the channel though.
The channel is Audit CDA Idaho.
Cool. I'll check it out.
Hey guys. We got some probably shouldn't have said anything to him. He's probably a cop. Don't those look like little money bags like you see in the movies? Probably sandbags, huh? The sandbags. All right, guys. I think we're about to wrap this up. I think we may go around. Probably. I don't like editing these videos because it costs me stress. I'm not real good at that kind of stuff, so I like to just do these and upload them. There's so many good auditors now. I've been looking at you guys, man. You guys are crazy good, and especially all your editing skills and your presentation. I'm not into intros, really not. I always skip over those. Eli, I like his intros. I like his music, so I don't skip through his stuff too much. A little bit, you know, we all do. So. And if you guys like this kind of stuff, check out Eli, man. There's another guy out. It's like I.A.M, Northwest Audits or something like that. And I don't think they make him any better than that. The guy's polished. So I'll leave a link to his channel in my description. And I plan on doing a video just to highlight all my favorite auditors, people that inspire me. Most people just go, you know, straight to San Joaquin and, you know, all the legends. But there's some people out there that don't get that many mentions that got this audit game down pat. I mean, oh, so they've locked me out. Okay, so now I'm locked completely out of the department. So I'm in a kind of a situation here, because that means they've probably called the police and made a false narrative about me being antagonistic and causing a disturbance and so forth. And so that was probably an investigator that talked to me over there and asked me if I was live streaming. And so yeah, I mean, they have to plan their game on that and how they're going to. I mean, they could come up and shoot me. The Coeur d'Alene Police Department are very corrupt and very violent. All right, and they're trained by a very corrupt person. And so and there's no way to explain this to the public. You have to just show it to them. And so I'm basically a sacrificial lamb here. Let me see what time it is. They might just be closed for the day. Yeah, they're closed for the day. My bad. They're open till 4 p.m. So I'm actually overdid my stay, and so I'm gonna boogie. If you're still watching this after all, it's pretty dull, and that's what I was actually hoping for. Is just to get out of here alive. So, like, again, and not just me, please like, share, and subscribe. Whenever you see one of these auditors do a video, like it. Just pause and like it. Because you don't have any idea how hard it is to get out here and do this. It's not and to those of you that are calm, cool, and collected, man, my hat's off to you. For real. I mean, I don't even know how you guys can stay that calm and composed, even when that guy started getting confrontational with me. You know, I don't know the laws well enough to sit there and spit case law. I'm studying, and I'll keep studying and try to get better at this. And I appreciate you guys. Peace out.